Swim in the East River?
Like New York East River?
Would I ever swim in the East River? I would never swim in no New York body of water ever in my life. I don't care if it's a pool, if it's a river, if it's an ocean, if it's a ravine. All this shit dirty. This shit is dirty. I'm not gonna lie. I be seeing niggas on jet skis and shit. You feel me? In dirty green water, niggas getting wild doodle water all in their hair and they on their body and all that shit just because they want to ride jet skis, bro. Like, gang, like, go to Florida for that, bro. Like, you getting wild doodle water on yourself. But that's your problems, though. That's your issue. You would never catch me in a body of water in New York ever. Nigga, I'm not going to the public pools in New York. Them shits is dirty as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna catch me in any New York beach at all. Them shits is all dirty too. It's wild doodle, wild basura. Them shits, no, them shits not it. You feel me? So yeah, so that's my answer.
Hell no.
I'm never getting myself
Absolutely
into
not.
any of them dirty ass waters.
There are 520
Look at that shit.
miles of coastline in New York City, but only 16 miles of swimmable beaches, and those beaches all face the ocean. In a city of 8.5 million people, why don't New Yorkers want to swim in the river that runs through the middle of their city?
I mean, they've dumped bodies in these rivers.
Dead bodies that are probably under there.
Dead bodies and poop.
I'm sorry, my brain is just no.
I think there's all kinds of diseases.
You'll get hepatitis.
I grew up here in New York
Hepatitis.
City, and I was told this exact same story. Why do you think it's like that? Like, where have you heard that?
I feel like that's just, yeah.
That's just a thing that New Yorkers
We have not
know.
fact-checked that? Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
It's like you're indoctrinated.
But recently, I started wondering, could we all be wrong about the East River? In this video, we're gonna find
It's
out.
like you could be wrong
Wish
about
me
the
luck.
East River.
All right.
Nah, he going in there? Nah, he dirty. Like, look at it, bro.
It's a beautiful morning
He's
in New
wildin',
York City.
bro.
We're currently in Brooklyn Bridge Park. We're gonna go on a boat and we're gonna do some water testing with the team from the Billion Oyster Project. By the way, Billion Oyster Project is a New York City-based organization that's trying to put 1 billion oysters in New York's harbor. I'll tell you a little bit more about why later. But for now, you should know, in the summer, they test the water each week for Enterococcus, which is a bacteria found in sewage. Look at this boat. Very cool.
So
My name
are
is Cody
oysters supposed to
Herman.
help?
I'm the Community Stewardship Manager at Billion Oyster Project.
And we're off. Can you hear me? Is it too loud?
A lot of times if you ask the Department of Environmental Protection, hey, what's the bacteria content in the water? They'll be like, we can get your results next month. But if you want to go paddling right now, you need something a little bit quicker than that. So we're out here on a Thursday morning, and by Friday afternoon, after 24 hours of incubation, we're going to have our results, which means we send out a big newsletter with data from across the city so that people kind of know what the water quality is for their weekend recreation plans.
Can you hold it up just so he can see? Like, it looks pretty clear.
Looks pretty clear. You never know.
I'm still not getting in that
How does it
water,
look?
gang.
Looks pretty clear, not bad.
We can
How
talk
often
about
do you
it.
do
Look
this?
Every
clear.
Thursday.
It's like the best part of your job.
It is, it's really fun.
There's
Yeah, I feel like I've seen him
looks
before.
like there's some funky stuff in here. Plastic and other things that look kind of funky.
Come on now. I'm not getting in that water,
A
bro.
bunch of oysters.
Wow. Anyone have any cocktail sauce? Sorry, bad
Don't eat
joke. Bad
these.
joke. Being out here on this boat on the
Couple
water is a good
oysters, dude.
reminder that New York City. Wow.
Oh shit.
Definitely
Oh
get a nice
shit.
shot there. Being out here on this boat on the water is a good reminder that New York really is a water city. Makes me want to swim, makes me want to ride boats. For this story to fully make sense, I think you need to understand
I'll
what
ride
New
a
York
boat,
Harbor was like
but I'm not getting
before
on
the
no jet
area
ski, gang.
was colonized. For generations, when the Lenape lived here, the harbor was full of fish, whales, tons of wildlife, and oysters. Some people estimate that half of the world's oysters were here. As the city grew, New Yorkers over-harvested the oyster beds, and worse, with nowhere else to toss human waste and horse manure, the East River became a sewage dumping ground. On top of all that, as the pace of industrialization increased, factories appeared along the shorelines, dumping waste directly into the harbor, making it impossible for fish and wildlife to live and dangerous for people to swim. By the mid-1900s, the harbor was practically lifeless. The East River's reputation as filthy and dangerous really stems from that period in history. Things slowly started to
Damn.
improve in the 1970s
They
after the
cooked
federal
it.
government passed the Clean Water Act, making it illegal to pollute waterways with industrial waste. And pollution in the harbor has improved, but there's still a serious sewage problem. and it's caused by the wastewater system that runs under every street in the city.
So about 60% of New York City runs on a combined sewage system. That means that the water from your toilet at home, the water from your washing machine, the water from your shower, all that goes into a pipe. That water is brought to a wastewater treatment plant where it's treated, and then that water is put out into the harbor clean. So on a rainy day, that same pipe catches all that rainwater too. All that excess water that can't be processed by the plants comes out of about 450 combined sewage overflows all throughout New York City's 520 miles of coastline. We estimate there is between 21 and 27 billion gallons of raw sewage and untreated stormwater that flow into our harbor every year.
And it comes out of places like this.
GG. That is
Not
cooked.
great. This type of
That's
combined
it, bro.
sewage overflow is built into the infrastructure of the city and tons of cities along the East Coast. To fully end combined sewage overflow, New York would have to reconstruct the entire underground sewage system, and that is not going to happen. We've been focused a lot on water quality. We haven't focused that much on the safety of the waterways in terms of currents, in terms of tides changing. So I don't want to overemphasize how people should be able to jump in. In a lot of cities around Europe, there's docks, there's lifeguards, there's places where you can jump into the water, and even in the middle of winter, people are like cold plunging into the waterways in those cities. It would be really amazing if we had that here. But we don't. And getting into
he's
the water
smoking.
here requires tons of preparation, logistics, and people to support you. We got to meet someone who's pushing the boundaries of what's possible in that arena.
Not
We're at
dragging.
Battery Park at the North Cove Marina.
Jumping
We're
in
about
that
to
water,
meet up
bro.
with Arda, who just finished a swim around the entire length of Manhattan. The event is called the 20 Bridges Swim, and it's organized by New York Open Water. By the way, he's only 16 years old.
Nah, he doing
Before
that.
we meet
Nah,
Arda,
salutes to him.
this is Paula Croxon.
Her.
She's on the board of New York Open Water.
I would say the biggest challenge
never
and
do that,
danger
though.
here is human-made. It's the boat traffic that's around here. We're working our way around huge barges, cruise ships, passenger ferries, debris in the water. And then one of the reasons that people should never just jump into the Hudson River or the East River is because the currents are incredibly strong.
Check out this video I found of some people who jumped off a boat in the river and couldn't swim back to it because of the currents.
Oh yeah, GG. Sick.
I am Malik. I am Arda's father. We just moved here 2 years ago. Thanks for all New Yorkers. Thanks for New York. Thanks for everything.
Nah,
Okay,
he going
so what
crazy.
just happened?
He finished nearly 28.5 mile in the water. Yeah, it's amazing for me. I'm proud of my son.
Yeah.
As a parent, oh my God, so excited.
What did you just do?
I just swam 20 bridges.
How was it?
It was good. It was hard eventually.
Yeah.
The hard part was currents.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you going to have for dinner tonight? Are you hungry?
Yeah. Probably get a steak. Or...
Some nights,
I
yo, some
am
wild
personally not a
testosterone.
huge fan of swimming. That being said, after seeing
I forgot how to swim.
Arda's accomplishment, I do feel inspired, and it does seem like the type of thing that would be really cool to complete.
How are the results of our water test?
You know, turns out all of the sites that we went out and sampled together came back with single-day results that would be safe for swimming and primary contact.
It's been a few weeks since we.
But notice
met
how they
you in
ain't do
person.
it in, like,
And over the last week, there's been a
The
ton of
river,
rain.
they was
It's
doing it
absolutely
at
pouring
docks
right
and
now.
shit.
Look at how much water is collected on this side. These drains on either side of the street here, the water from the rain flows into here, drains to waterways.
It's actually kind of wild. After all the rainfall that we saw, so many parts of the city, including these East River sites that we sampled at, have single-day results that would warrant a total beach closure if they were formal public beaches.
So far, we've established that the water can be clean enough to swim in sometimes, but after heavy rainfall, it can be quite unsafe. And an experienced swimmer like Arda can swim in the waters, but not without a trained team to guide him through boat traffic and heavy currents. But there are regular New Yorkers who actually are finding a way to safely get into the East River and go for a dip.
These niggas in
We're back here in the Brooklyn Bridge Marina.
these niggas in
Urban
tights
swim event happening right
swimming.
now. Crucially, it hasn't
Where's
rained
y'all swim
all
trunks,
weekend.
gang?
It hasn't rained in a while. This is a serious operation. There's 2 different boats. There's a bunch of jet skis. Every single swimmer has their own kayak taking them around. So a lot of safety precautions happening.
I'm gonna be very brutally honest. Before joining like any races, my only experience with like open water swimming had been going to like Coney Island, Brighton Beach, and I was very unlucky because it was very cold and the water was incredibly choppy and it felt like swimming inside a washing machine. Then
I love your technique with holding the mic.
thank you.
Have you swam here?
No, I'm not a swimmer. Not a swimmer. Too old to swim. Who's up?
Can you just introduce yourself?
I'm Deanne Drager. I'm the founder of Urban Swim.
What is Urban Swim and what's the point of it?
So, Urban Swim is an organization dedicated to getting people into their local waterways safely. We have a series of swims now, but it all started with the Rose Pittenoff swim, which we actually had yesterday.
Who's Rose Pittenoff?
Rose Pittenoff is a 17-year-old girl who, in 1911, jumped off a pier at East 26th Street. She had a cup of coffee and a chicken sandwich and swam 17 miles to Coney Island. It took her 8.5 hours.
Nah, salute to her.
Have fun.
Like, I ain't never
I mean,
know
this
that.
is pretty remarkable. Like this boat that's behind us here, it's a reminder of just how active these waterways are.
That level of having the NYPD, having the motorboats, the jet skis, everyone out there taking care to make sure. This stretch of water in particular, you get currents of up to 3-4 miles an hour. Here come the swimmers. I am from New York, and when I was younger, you would never, ever even consider jumping into the water around you. It's only really in the past 50 years that the waterways have changed and become a lot cleaner. But the work isn't done. So by being the people that get out there and jump in the water, we want to raise awareness that it's possible, but there's so much more to do.
Okay.
Right.
Wish me luck. Wish me luck.
Are you ready, Jimmy?
All right. Never in my life did I imagine I would go swimming in the
Somebody
East
get him.
River.
Somebody get
And
him.
now, making this video,
He leaving.
I have, and I survived to tell the tale. It was amazing. It felt like going for a swim at the beach, except I was surrounded by the Brooklyn Bridge and by skyscrapers right in the heart of the city that I live in, that I love. I feel like I've become a little bit of an urban swimming evangelist myself, much like many of the people that we met in the
Still
making
not
of
swimming
this
in that
video.
motherfucker.
The more people that get to experience swimming in clean and safe water here in New York City, the more they're going to work to try and make the water even safer and cleaner for more people to go swimming in. And that is a future that I want to see in this city. That's all for now. Till next time. Peace.
GG's. I'm definitely never ever in my life